Don't you hear him calling? Oh yes, God is calling. Take your place on the mountain.
Okay, missions means to me reaching out to the lost anywhere. You start at home where you live, with your family. First of all, you may not reach everybody, but God has fixed it so you'll reach someone. So that's something that comes from within, a longing to reach people for Jesus. And I had that desire when the Lord called me to preach in 1946. My prayer to him was, if you really call me to preach, let someone get saved when I preach. And he did. The first time I preached from Genesis chapter 6. And a young man came from between some pews in the church and gave his life to the Lord. I was sure then that he called me to preach, so I never doubted it. Do missions at home. I would say this to persons who want to be involved in national missions, world missions. Do something at home first. Be busy in the local church. Set up something in their community to help the people that they see. Because you can be sorrowful when you look at people, for instance, in Haiti. You look at the disaster of Haiti and your heart just breaks and you just cry, but that's not going to last long. You're not going to cry always. And so you have to make up your mind, is this something that I can do to help these people? What can I do to help them? Well, you do that at home first. The sister down the street, what can you do to help her? Because in helping that way, you really train yourself to be able to help the people of a different culture, because it isn't easy. You go to a place, their customs are different. You say something and it means one thing. They say the same thing, but it means something else. Okay? You can say something to a person if you don't know Spanish, and somebody, I've had it done, where they tell you to say something and the fellow slap you in the face because you said the wrong thing. You thought you were saying something good. So you need to know the culture of the people that you're going to minister to. If you don't know the language, you need somebody who does to stay with you so that they can translate for you so you don't get in trouble. You have to learn that nothing is bad in missions. You take the scripture, all things work together for good to those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. We preach it, but we don't believe it. Okay? I was on my way from a city called La Romana back to Santo Domingo at midnight by myself. I didn't have anybody in those days to travel with me anywhere. And so on my way, I was stopped by the police between cities. It was dark, man, it was dark. And I didn't know what to say because I don't speak English. I'm Spanish. In all of these years, I don't speak Spanish. And they didn't speak English, two of them. So here we were, they stopped an American, they don't know what he's saying, and he doesn't know what they're saying. But the arrest is made. And so here we are standing in the middle of the road in the dark. They're trying to figure out what my license said, and I'm trying to figure out whether they want to take me to jail or not. But all of a sudden, the presence of the Lord came upon me and I began to laugh. I have no reason to laugh because I'm in a difficult situation. But the laugh came on and I began to laugh, vehemently laughing. And as I laughed, the Spirit of God came upon them and they began to laugh too. So the three of us standing in the dark, laughing. We laughed until they got so tickled they were just jumping up and down. And when the thing settled, they just said to me, go, go, go. Handed me my license, and I got in my car and went on back to my room. And God has done this kind of thing so that I don't ever have to be afraid of what's going to happen because he's in control.
Yes. Hallelujah, my soul say yeah. been so good. Has he been good to you? Lord, he's been so good. Yes, he has. Lord,